In this video, we're going to have a look at the Sorted Out SI data update for Football Manager 2024. We're going to cover what the data update is, what it isn't, how you install it, and what it looks like in your game. So the first thing you need to do is like this video and subscribe to the Sorted Out SI YouTube channel, and then head to the link in the description down below, or just the sortitoutsi.net website. And when you get there, click on the data update, and this is the link that will be in the description down below, and you can quite easily see where you need to press to download something. So the update FM24 download update there. We'll do that right now. It will download in the background. Excellent, done. It's a really quick download. It's for the 24.3 version of the game, and what it does, as it says here on the screen, it includes the latest transfers as of 4:30 this morning, the updated squads obviously, updated leagues and promotions and relegations for those leagues. So what it doesn't do is it doesn't skip forward and give you a custom start date as of today. It just puts all the transfers in, and therefore when you set your game to start, it will start at the beginning of the 23-24 season, but everything will have been shifted to the very latest transfers, relegations, promotions, leagues, everything like that. So basically just add a year on when you start playing your save game. You can incorporate it with the real results database and the custom start, which we've covered in another video, which uses our friends over at FM24. We're not going to cover that one today, but we can do it if you can combine the two, if you so wish. I just basically test it out and see how you get on. Any questions, comments down below. We'll be trying our best to answer. So what this update does is it basically sets all those transfers, but it can't be used with the real world mode of the game. So there's some testing been going on, some beta testing on that, but things still aren't quite working, so you're going to have to use the original version of the game, the original database in the game with the data update, if that makes sense. So we've hit download, everything is downloaded. What you can do before you go into the download is check a few players and see how they sit in the current database. So if you were interested in particularly starting a Real Madrid save, for example, with Mbappe, you can just type in Kylian Mbappe, search for him, and it will tell you where he is in this new data update. So you can see him there without having to go into the game and check it out and start a new game up and test yourself. You can just check on the database, on the website, and it will show you all the transfers that have happened, and you can really go through, and there's some back and forth as to whether it's been confirmed or not, and it's been taken out of the data update and then added back in once we've had official confirmation. If you're interested in contributing to the data update, we did a video on how to do that for FM23. All of the same things apply for FM24, so I'll put a link to that video as well if you're interested in doing so. Now, without any further ado, how do you install the data update? Well, you've done a download. There's a zip file that's come with it, dated today, as of today of recording, not today as in when you're watching this, because who knows when you're watching it. And all you need to do is right-click and either extract all or extract with any other extraction software. I use 7-zip. Just extract here, and it will come out and give you a folder called Football Manager 2024. Within that, there's an editor data folder, and within that are all the editor data files. So Control A or select all, whichever shortcut is applicable to you, and then cut or Control X. And what you need to do is find your documents folder. It's My Documents, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 2024, and then editor data. In there, you will have all of the things from the real name fix, provided you've installed the real name fix. If you haven't, video here on the channel, and any other databases that you may have downloaded or created at any point in the past. So I've got things that I've downloaded for the J-League Winter Update, and then videos that I've done about creating a club and moving the most signed 11 to Blackburn. Anyway, what you do is all of these 33 files that we've just downloaded, you put in your editor data folder, like so, and then we can start moving on into the game. So we've got moving the ages on the contract years, making the actual player changes, all the different changes to the leagues and the clubs in those leagues, and then media predictions being changed, injuries and bans being adjusted. So basically it sort of moves the game forward a year without actually moving the game forward a year. So you can see how it does things with all the different names of the files. But what we do now is we're going to go into game, create a new game, and basically use those updates. So we're going to start a new game and go to career. And the drop down here at the top where it says database, you want to select all of the editor data files that you've just moved into that folder. By default, it will pick them up. I've obviously made a bit of a change whilst in the game. So I'm going to click select all and then remove the ones I don't want. So all of the databases that aren't applicable to this data update, or the real name fix. You want to keep the real name fix in there as well. So effectively, you want the 33 files that we've downloaded today, plus the 9 from the real name fix, and that should get you, if my maths is correct, to 42. So once I get to 42 enabled, which I have done now, you can see here all the data update, the league changes, and then the real name fix here, the licenses fix. So that's all of the files we need, the 42 enabled. If you've got any other databases you want to run along with it, test it out first before going into your full save, just in case there's some issues with compatibility across mods. Right, hit confirm, choose game mode, and as we mentioned, you can't use the real world mode. Go with original. It will work, essentially, and shift everyone across at the beginning of the game rather than this summer transfer window. Once you've done that, select the leagues you want to play in. I'm just going to pick the top leagues of the top 5 leagues in Europe, and then we're going to start a game and have a look around. Just make sure those key changes that we've already highlighted have already been done, and have a quick look at the leagues in the teams in the right leagues and everything to make sure that everything has come across properly. Right, I'll set the game up now. I'll be back with you in 30 seconds. Well, no, because it'll be 30 seconds for me. It'll be literally 2 for you. Okay then, so the game has loaded. I've just created my manager, and I'm going to go through and have a look at who to manage. I don't think I'm going to actually manage anyone. I'm just going to start an employed. But you can have a quick look through the list of teams in the Premier League, for example. So those promoted teams are in there. So Ipswich and Southampton, and well, basically the teams that have come up have replaced the teams that came down. So Leicester are back in the Premier League, etc. If we go to other leagues, so for example, Ligue 1, Auxerre are now in there, and Germany, St. Pauli there, yep. So the teams that have been promoted in the season that's just finished will there be now in the top flights, and all the other leagues as well. Parma, obviously, in Serie A. And if we quickly look at Spain, you can see Espanyol, for example, are now in La Liga. We're going to start an employed. We'll basically just go through and have a look at some players and make sure they've shifted into that. We'll do data update tests just to... There we go, I've done this earlier today just to make sure I've done everything stepped right before recording it. But there we go, we're in. We can see we are in the right place. So we're going to immediately go and look for Kylian Mbappe and make sure that he is now at Real Madrid, which he is. That's excellent. He's moved over to the correct club. And we can also see that his brother has moved because he's left PSG. He's now at Lille as well, but he's obviously not such a big transfer like Kylian. We will now look at some other players. Who else has moved over the summer? I believe Douglas Luiz has left Aston Villa for Juventus. He's there. His transfer has happened. Obviously, if you look through history, you won't have any transfer fees included, which is just a small issue that's not really going to make any problems going forward in the game. Michael Elise, he's now at Bayern Munich as well, leaving Crystal Palace. That's another one of the big transfers, 22-year-old Frenchman. Looking more at the English Premier League, Max Kilman. Sorry if I'm typing away, you can hear it in the background. He's now at West Ham, moved from Wolves. Dewsbury Hall has also moved across to Chelsea. Yep, he's in there as well. Archie Gray, sorry, I've got a list on my phone of transfers that I'm going to try and look at. Just make sure they have pulled through in the game correctly. Yep, he's at Spurs from Leeds. And then some more wonder kids. So Luis Guilherme leaving Palmeiras. He's now at West Ham in their under-21s as we start out. Speaking of Palmeiras, let's just make sure Endrick is across. Obviously, he's part of the original database, so he should be across anyway, but he is now officially across, not starting in Brazil. And then finally, everyone's favourite young German has now left Schalke to go to Leipzig, and he's there in game. Fantastic. I'll put my phone down now, wrap things up with you, because that's how you install the data update from sortitoutsi. You can check through, make sure everyone has moved across as you would expect. It's really simple to download and install. If you've got any issues, let us know in the comments. Hang around for more content here on the sortitoutsi YouTube channel, and I will see you on our next video. Thanks a lot for watching.